Hey guys, it's Greg at Vanguard Motor Sales. Everybody knows I got my new favorite car in the showroom, 2021 GT500. Now under the hood of this baby, for those of you who don't know, is a 760 horsepower 5.2 liter with a supercharger sitting on top. And she is hooked up to a dual clutch 7-speed automatic, man. You want to talk about cool? This thing is absolutely gorgeous. That bright white, those blue stripes, I mean, she is gorgeous. Only delivery miles on this one also, 34 miles on it. I would drive the wheels off of those. I tell you what, everybody knows that I've had a few of these. I've got well over 100,000 miles behind the wheel of one of these, and I will be getting another one as soon as it gets just a little bit warmer outside. I absolutely love it. You can see still got the plastic on the seats, still got a lot of the stickers that come from the factory on there, got some protective stuff on our carbon fiber wing, and as long as we're looking at that, it is the carbon fiber track pack edition. And those stripes are painted on. So this baby's got all the bells and whistles. Looking absolutely gorgeous. Now the track pack cars don't come with a back seat. They save, I think it's a little over 100 pounds taking that back seat out, and I guess if you're racing it, 100 pounds is a big thing. She is super cool, man. Absolutely love these cars, have had a blast. Unfortunately, with only delivery miles on this one, I won't get to drive this. Be able to drive it back to the back door, and we'll fire it up and let you listen to that 5.2 liter roar. Now, I made mine a daily driver. As you can see, you can get a bunch of stuff in the trunk. So there's probably a car cover in there, I'm guessing, and then we have the oil separator in there. Then you get like a big welcome package and all that. So quite a bit of extras that all come with the car from the factory. As you look down the side of it, man, she just got a beautiful look. I tell you, the cars that I've had, you get more thumbs up. You pull into a gas station, you create your own little car show. Everybody wants to look at it. Everybody wants to know what's going on with it. Super cool car right here, guys. Now at Vanguard Motor Sales, we don't do any consignment. That means we own this car. And I know you want to hear that 5.2 liter fire up, but before we do that, let's take a little walk in the shop. Now we're right here in the Motor City, so we've got great facilities for working on old cars. You know, this is where they were all born. Now we've got 25 lifts in here, 15 full-time mechanics checking stuff out. And then about 2 miles from here is our main showroom where there's over 150 cars there. So we own all of our inventory here at Vanguard. We don't do any consignment whatsoever. And a lot of people ask us, where do we find all these awesome cars? Well, we're hopping on airplanes, getting in cars, driving thousands of miles, getting on our hands and knees with flashlights, checking out the bottoms of cars. We're checking them out top, bottom, inside and out. We're really picky about every car that we buy. The paint, the chrome, the underside, the suspension, the motor, the interior. Now, once we get them back here, the mechanics fully inspect every one of the cars before we park your dream in your driveway. My favorite car now, GT500, baby. We're just going to fire it up so you can see the dash and everything. So you got your screen here, and the dash has got a lot of different settings. Watch when I change the modes. You go to track mode, so just different setups. You can change the colors and all that. Of course, I don't know how to do any of that. And then you have your exhaust mode here. You can, I don't know if you hear, I just put it on quiet mode, see how much quieter it is. Of course, I like it on loud mode. I like to wake up the neighbors. Then you've got your traction control here. Then you've got all your Cobra settings on the steering wheel. You can operate the stereo from the steering wheel. You can change the shock adjustment, the steering adjustment. You get your paddles here. I use the paddles for downshifting only. Like, you know, you're going down the exit ramp or something, you know, you can downshift with the paddle. And as long as you don't, if you put it in manual mode, you can use the paddles to shift all the time, but I leave it in automatic mode and you can downshift with the paddle, and then after a few seconds, it'll come right back. Best way to figure out how to work everything on this thing is hop on YouTube and get one of the guys who knows everything about it, and you can know how to use the launch control and the line lock and all that kind of stuff. Guys, it's an amazing vehicle. There's only 34 miles on this one. Call Tom anytime. He'll tell you exactly how easy it is to park this dream in your driveway. And you want to stick with us because we're going to put it up on the lift for you right now and show you just how cool the bottom side is. All right, we're underneath this GT500 now, and the first thing I always like to show is the active exhaust in there. You can see the flapper in there. Got about 4 different settings on the exhaust. Unless you lay it wide open, then it just wide opens the exhaust too. You can see not a mark on anything. The diff on these has actually got a cooler on them. You see a line in and a line out, and then there's a temperature sending unit right here too that you can check the temperature of the diff on the dash. Then you can see everything just heavy duty as can be. You see those lower control arms, the independent rear suspension, the big disc brakes, and then, I mean, it's got braces going in every direction, and all those are to help plant all that horsepower, that 760 horse down to the ground. You can see everything under here is clean as a whistle. And then here's our 7-speed Tremec transmission. Now I know they call these automatics, but it's a dual clutch 7-speed. So basically it's a manual transmission that shifts automatically. So one clutch does 1st, 3rd, 5th, and 7th. The other clutch does 2, 4, 6, and reverse. You can see everything up here is nice and clean also. I don't see a mark on the skid plate here whatsoever. Or I should say it's not really a skid plate, it's a closeout panel. And then take a look at those gigantic brakes, 16.5 inches if I'm remembering right. Gigantic. But you need a lot of stopping power when you got a lot of horsepower. You see the nose, there's really not a scratch on the nose anywhere. So it is just as slick as can be. Now these are pretty low, you gotta keep them off the curb. You gotta stay back about 3 feet more than you actually think, because that nose is pretty long when you're sitting behind the wheel. We got the carbon fiber wheels because it's a track pack car. The size is 305, 30, 20s up front. You can see those gigantic Brembo brakes there. And what's cool is when this spins, you can see that Brembo brake there. Isn't that sweet? Love the carbon fiber wheels too. They got a really good look to them. You can see down the side here, just as slick as can be. The bottom side of the rocker is all nice and clean. You can see everything under here, all that coating they put on there, everything nice and clean. Then out back here, 315/30 20s out back, and they are the Pilot Cup 2s. That's what comes on the track pack car. Well, we'll lower it down and take a look at that Predator motor under the hood. All right, here you go. This is what you want to see. 5.2 liter, big old supercharger sitting on top. And these are all hand built, and they actually sign each one of them. So that's who built it there. It looks like maybe Brian. I don't know, can't really see. Of course, power brakes, power steering, anti-lock brakes, air conditioning, everything you need on your race car. This thing is so cool. I know you guys all already know I love it, but I just keep saying. The strut tower, or the shock tower brace, is magnesium. You can see carbon fiber composite up here in the core support area. I mean, this thing is just an amazing ride. Puts a smile on my face. Now, that oil separator that I was talking about in the trunk, those do not come from the factory installed. Those are a dealer installed, and or you can install it. It's pretty easy, but it fits right in here. I've never used one. They're basically for racing. So if you're going to heavily race one, you might want to put that on. And then if you're going to race it also, this pan comes off right here and lets a little more air out of that hood, cool that big old supercharger down. Now guys, give us a call at 248-974-9513 and we'll tell you just how easy it is to park this dream in your driveway.